What's going on, folks? This is Off Color Discussions. Go to offcolordiscussions.blueberry.net, subscribe to the podcast, read the beer reviews, leave us a comment, see what we have going on, and you can read some history about us, get our gamer tags, hit us up on Facebook or on Xbox. We'll jump in and play some games. A lot of big things in the works. Follow us at Twitter, at OC Discussions. We got a lot of things going. We're going to be going to video soon, so YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I think last time I looked, we only had like 15 on YouTube. I mean, we put stuff on there, but it's not video. Now, starting the beginning of 2018, we're switching to video. So if everybody could go over there, subscribe there, you're gonna want to see what we do in this studio that we have. Follow us on Instagram at OC Discussions, Facebook. That's where we do most of our promotions for everything, what we have coming up, guests, beer, featured music. If you want your song featured, hit us up at ocdiscussions@gmail.com. Not at OC Discussions, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, a little forewarning in this one. I think I started off with a little too many in the beginning, and I dropped the F-bomb a lot. Like a lot. I focused back in a little bit, and then I say the F word a lot. I'll get better at it. I don't want to keep doing it too much. It's fun hanging out with friends. We sat with our friend Dan Hureau. He is our silent partner, our sound guy, we messed this up, I need you to come help me fix this guy. He will set our room up, help me design how we're going to set everything up for when we get to the video. He's been awesome. Like, greatly appreciate everything he's done. I mean, he's helped us out with equipment. It's been really nice to have him help us out with things and set up and stuff like that, because as far as the equipment goes, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm learning as we go. But yeah, it was awesome. It was fun to hang out. Like, we sat and had a conversation before, but that was never released because we were just learning the mechanics of everything and how we want to do stuff. So without further ado, Dan Hureau, Off Color Discussions. Let's do this.
I'm just having a blast with it.
Man, fucking cool. You're sick fuck. I'm torturing these fucking kids.
It's like not intentional. It just happens, and I go, that was pretty fucking cool.
It's important to love your job,
right?
Some days it sucks, but those are the days when you love your job.
You just have to pull it right to you.
Yeah, I'm trying to
you can loosen it.
I was trying to not have to be all like uncomfortable with it.
Do you want a moment with it?
Move forward.
It's like
you got plenty of room.
Well, I'm trying to like be able to see your face too. I don't like to there we go.
Get comfortable. This is like your office outside your office, right? That you're never
see, now
here.
I'm good. I could be like, hey.
Eventually, we'll have better mics.
We'll need to get him a laptop so he can work from home.
I was thinking of you guys yesterday because we did this production studio and they have a podcast room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the company's Natixis. They're like some financial something or other. I couldn't tell you what exactly it is they do with money, but it's more than I'll ever see in my lifetime. And they manage it and they move it and whatever. But they have this, and I can't understand what they podcast about. It's like, oh, the markets are really volatile today.
There are,
and they just like sometimes like we'll be able to catch a glimpse of like what they're filming and shit like that. But they have this whole room, and we had to figure out a way to put these rollers in that has like the backdrops. There's like a green screen.
Oh yeah,
so a gray one and a white one.
Yeah,
and it was supposed to have these poles, so it would be like it could set it up here, they could move it, set it over here. But the ceiling's so high that the poles didn't reach. And they have this like pipe system for lighting, like studio lighting. And the bottom of the pipe, it's so it's like only this big around. So the puck thing that holds the pipe or holds the stand or whatever was like wishy-washy on it. They were all worried about the fucking things falling out. So like, we have to figure out this rack. We have to mount it from the ceiling. So one of my project managers comes to me. He's like, we gotta figure this out. He's all nervous about it. He's like, we didn't even inspect this thing, and they're asking. Mark's the sales guy. It's like, yeah, our guys will figure it out. So the PM's like, Mark's fucking promising them that we're gonna do this. We didn't even get paid for it. And I was like, Jim, chill. I got this.
Easy, Jim.
Pick that up off the
We're
floor.
gonna put some unit strut across the
Easy,
thing like
Alan.
this, like this. You're gonna have a couple pieces going up. I'm like, I already see it in my mind because I've done this crap for so long.
Yeah.
That it's like in my mind, like I've already built it twice, took it down and reshifted it and like rebuilt it better in my mind. So we get there and he's like, I'm gonna show you now. Like, watch. Bang, bang, bang. And then 2 hours later, it was all set. Nice. And I sent pictures, and the guy's like, "Oh, it fucking looks great." I'm like, "Give me 10 minutes," you know.
Can you just paint the wall green?
Yeah.
They do that too.
They do have green screen painting, I think.
It takes 7 coats.
God damn.
Yeah.
7 coats.
And a completely clear wall, right?
It's
Like,
it's
you can't have any kind of. It has to be smooth.
yeah. There can't be any imperfections in the wall because it'll show up and the camera will pick up everything.
It's a filler too.
Right. Yeah, I forget. There's a term for it. I can't think of it, but it's legit. Like
It's like the soundproofing paint I was telling him about. It's not soundproofing. I don't want to say that, but when you put it on a couple, it
definitely helps
sound.
dampen the sound. And then they also do shit in the walls too, and obviously like in the ceiling they treat it with the acoustical crap, whatever. Sometimes it's like spray on, and other times it's like a drop tile type of deal. But the paint, like, it's funny. Like the guys that do the studios, they go in there, they roll green paint, and they leave. They come back, and I'm like, "You sick of painting this room?" He goes, "Oh my fucking god!"
Dude, I wouldn't doubt it. I don't like painting when I only have to do one.
Yeah,
Fuck 7.
7
Jesus
coats.
Christ.
Because I'll never forget. I got 25 gallons of paint for this fucking wall. I've been here all week.
Damn. You're surprised by a financial podcast?
Me? No.
Oh.
No, God, no. No, I just
wonder what they talk about.
Like, just looking, I don't know, fucking probably a lot of, if they're doing cryptocurrency, a lot of Bitcoin and that shit. There's some company, I forgot what it's called, but they're basically, instead of you having like your money in your normal Chase bank account, you basically buy gold, so your money goes to them.
Assets. It's not
gold,
actual.
but it's like it's like some stored gold someplace.
It's in a mountain somewhere in Pennsylvania.
No, I don't think so. But they give you a gold debit card,
Right.
And every time, like, it's got its electronics in it, and every time it scans, like, they sell off,
They chip away
whatever gold that you have.
There's some guy in the background
like,
going, and he's chopping little pieces of your
Right,
gold.
This motherfucker bought coffee again.
He's like,
little Coke baggies.
he's like, get my torch.
So
I have seen that.
I think they're in I think it's based out of Australia. No, he was in Puerto Rico.
No kidding.
That was a guy. Yeah, I forget his name.
I don't think anybody's based in Puerto Rico
Not anymore. No,
not
but
anymore.
he had
mess
moved
down there.
He had
Too
moved
soon?
down there.
How do you
like-
feel about your family getting treated?
I'm not Puerto Rican.
I know.
Mexican.
I know.
They got hit by the earthquakes.
Yeah.
But apparently my cousin got an internet signal strong enough to download one episode.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, dude, we got one in Mexico.
one in
now,
Mexico.
bro. So,
They heard the intro and was like, "That's my people. This is not my people." Yeah, this
burritos,
podcast.
bro. Burritos, man. Who doesn't love burritos?
I know I do.
Yes, sir.
As often as I can. Yeah, no, I've been looking for new podcasts to listen to. Like, he's recommended a couple that I've been listening to on and off, but you get into a rabbit hole. You start finding some weird shit.
People
that's out
talk
there.
about wacky crap.
And they have followers.
That's the scary thing.
Yeah, man, it's just about finding your audience.
Is this the new training? Like the new for corporations, like you're talking about financial company having one. Are they using these to train new recruits?
And a lot of them are.
Or is this
top
just like a
guys.
new advertising thing?
I think there's
it's
always
both.
been like an underground. I mean, you think of a couple guys with like CB radios and two-way radios and that kind of crap. It's always been out there.
I mean, I love the
technology is just changing and making it way easier for all those whack jobs to connect now.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're not
You know what I mean?
all whack jobs.
Like think about the guy that came home from World War II and he's got his little fucking two-way radio in his basement and he's just trying to see if anybody can hear him, and all of a sudden you get somebody halfway across the planet. He's like, "Oh, dude, hey, what's up?" You know.
I love.
But now
the weird
you
ones.
get out there and anyone can with a fucking an internet connection can hear every single one of them. You know.
I love the weird ones, the tin hat ones, like the alien conspiracy stuff, like
The weirder the better.
the reptilian ones. Those are good. Listening about the Illuminati or whatever it is, those they're short too. But Nike, I believe, has their own sneakerhead podcast.
I
where it's like
believe
an
that.
hour of talking about Nike sneakers and shit.
Today,
Like
they changed the stitching on the side patterns. It's amazing.
in the
But see, but the people that listen to that are people that are making shoes and trying to market their business as far as like
they're just moving
like
from
your
YouTube
person in Jersey trying to make it in the sneaker game.
I thought of you a month ago. We were moving the shit in the
Some
Reebok.
toddler shoes.
No, well, actually yes, but that wasn't it. But we're relocating Reebok down to Boston. They're shutting down their Canton facility, so we had to go into their whole CrossFit gym.
Yeah,
And take out all their
I
equipment
bet
and
you
shit.
fucking
Dude, there's some bad bitches in that place. Holy God, I fell in love like 5 times in one fucking hour. This girl was just like, I'm like, hurt me. I'm just gonna lay here and you're gonna pummel me, and I'm gonna like it.
I do jujitsu, man.
They're like specimens, dude. Like these kids, like they work at Reebok, selling shoes or clothes or doing marketing, whatever the fuck, and they spend like 4 hours a day in classes, and they get paid to like look like fucking chiseled human beings. I'm like, that's the job I need. Like, I'm like, if I got paid to do this shit, I'd be here every fucking day.
Yeah,
and I'd maybe not look like that, but I wouldn't look like this. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
It's
Since
funny.
our beer adventure, I've been getting very fat,
Yeah,
and then not going to the gym, and even not eating right. It's like fuck.
Dude.
I wanted something
try
else.
to eat right.
I try to eat right. I just slip a lot.
We started this whole like in the beginning of
I should go to rehab.
middle of September. The boss was like, all right, we're gonna
Rehab?
do weight loss
For
competitions. So we all have between like middle of September to the Friday before Thanksgiving is our second weigh in, and I've been down like 3 pounds ish, and then I float back up a pound, and I come back down 2, and then I go back up 1 or 2. Someday I start at 196, I'm down to like 193, and that was like a big deal.
Wow,
for me.
really?
Yeah, I
Nice,
gained
dude.
like a hole in my belt, and I was like, oh my God, this is actually kind of cool. Like, but then I'm like, oh, I lost 3 pounds. I can eat a steak and cheese today. And it's right back, and I'm like, fuck, salad tomorrow. But it's like, you notice the difference, though. You know what I mean? Like, I did. Even just dropping a couple pounds, I'm like, I don't feel those fucking jug handles on the side like I did, fat handles.
I just feel better when I stand next to my 2 larger friends.
Right.
Like when there's people bigger than me, I'm like, yes, I don't feel so big anymore.
It's funny you say that because one of the guys I work with, he's a project coordinator. He's my height, but he's got like 75 pounds on me.
Wow,
He's
that's a lot.
big, and he's this little gay dude. Hilarious. He jokes about the funniest shit. I'm like, Tony, just whatever, dude. But he's like we get trucks in and deliveries and stuff, and we'll have to like move pallets of crap around, and we get TV mounts and they come on a pallet and we gotta put them up on a shelf. So I just grab it. I'm like, and I'm just throwing them. He goes to grab one. He's like, I'm like, hold on. I just go. He's like, how the fuck do you do that? He's like, I go, well, I mean, I go, there's, I'm a chubby guy, but, I gotta be strong. He's like, no, he's like, that's like all muscle under there. He's like, trust me, I'll show you fat. And he starts going like this. I'm like easy killer. He's married to a cop that works in Boston. He's like, yeah, my husband's a cop. But what's even creepier is like riding in the car with the guy when he's on the phone with his husband, like on the radio. So we had to go rent a box truck, and we're driving to fucking, what the hell town was it? I don't know, somewhere south of Boston, and we're on. Well, it was Bridgewater because they didn't have any box trucks in Stoneham, which is 5 minutes from my shop. Whole other story. So, but he's like just chatting with his husband on the phone, like normal shit. Hey, what do you want for dinner tonight? But I got overtime. So he's like, I'm gonna be home a little later than I expected. I just didn't want you to be waiting. Okay, I love you too. And I'm like, and I just like, it was just like so oddly normal. But fucking weird. Just like, I'm not talking anybody's lifestyles, but like it's fucking weird. I'm sorry. Like, and I
caught you off guard.
I was like damn,
It can catch you off guard.
That was like awkwardly comfortable too, because it just felt natural. Like just 2 people talking like regular life shit. All right, cool. Yeah, don't forget to take the trash has to get out tonight because it's coming tomorrow. Yeah, no problem. And then I'm gonna do this weekend. And blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, tell your mother I'll bring that bag over. Like you just sound like a wife. Like that's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, it sounds like every other marital conversation.
but that's why it shouldn't fucking matter what anyone else is doing, because they're just being you and you. You know what I mean? Like, to each his own. Whatever toots your flute. Just don't try to toot mine.
Just living life.
That's my thing.
Hey, did you hear about Amazon trying to set up headquarters here?
In Boston?
No, in New Hampshire.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they could.
Whereabouts?
I don't know exactly where it is. It's not far from here. I think it's just west of Concord, but they have land that they're ready to break ground on if they wanted to. They just got to get the state approval.
Like
there's
storage, like a warehouse.
Oh no, like a
thing?
headquarters. Like
Really?
Yeah,
Corporate?
I think they said they could bring 50,000 jobs to the state by doing this.
That's crazy.
Between the building of it and employing people, but
to read up on that one. That'd be crazy.
yeah, and
That'd be huge for the state of New Hampshire.
Oh, for sure. They had to put through the plan for it, and then they were talking this morning just on the news that they could break ground tomorrow if it was approved. Like they were ready to go. So
Who is it? The guy that was running their.
you can
That's
look
what
it up.
that's what the pads are for, bro. Come
Damn, bro.
Sorry.
No,
You're,
I think it was
you got your pad switched.
the president of their Netflix their own material. Amazon has their own shows.
Yeah.
So the guy that was in charge of that side of it, he fucking had to resign for all that sexual shit that's going on, like that hard.
Over at Amazon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because of Harvey Wienersteiner.
Yeah, fucking.
They're also
all Hollywood coming like.
Dude, I love that they're replaying the fucking Seth MacFarlane clip from, what was it, 2013?
Oh yeah.
He was like, "You 5 women don't have to pretend to be attracted to Harvey Weinstein." And everyone's just like, "Oh wait, he wasn't."
Oh, because it was it was hilarious at the time.
Because we didn't know that shit was all for real.
Well, then I was watching some shit the other day. And
Inside
it was like somebody like talking to Courtney Love on the red carpet, like back in 2009 or something, and they were like, the question that was asked to her was, "What is your advice for young girls that are interested in getting into Hollywood?" And she's like, "Oh, I can't. I'd be libeled if I said what I wanted to say." And then she's like, "Yeah, fuck it." And she goes, "If you get invited to a party at, I forget what the hell she said, the Rainbow Room or something with Harvey Weinstein, don't go."
Jesus.
Like, damn.
It's so crazy, like, to not ever pay attention to that shit. And you know those people that were involved with that shit, they knew that shit was going on. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not that they
you
didn't pay
didn't
attention,
know,
they ignored
you
it.
didn't know, but fucking,
They all knew
it's
that
because they say, yeah, they
you're gonna get kicked
just
out the club.
ignore it. Yeah, dude, what the fuck?
You get used to them
dude?
fat Hollywood paychecks and you don't want to get kicked out the club.
It's
Nah.
the craziest shit.
It
That
is.
is a crazy business to be involved in,
Yeah.
apparently. Suck my dick. Man, again? God damn, bro.
You won't be on a big screen.
Look at what happened to Feldman.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he's coming out now saying it too. All the kids fucking.
Well, him and Corey Haim too, and they
both of them. Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy.
You watch that, you go back to like
Was
that
it
whole-
Harvey Weinstein?
that Corey and Corey show, Corey versus Corey, whatever,
Right.
and they're
Yeah.
talking about, when that shit was happening to me, and he's like, "Dude, it was happening to me too." It's like, I wouldn't want my kids up on that fucking crap.
No.
Nah, man, you better fucking think twice before you put them in that shit.
Nope.
And some people won't. They're just like, man, fuck it, man. Good.
Oh, geez.
Go get me that money. I need that new house. I need that new clothes. Fuck that. Get out and get a job.
Daddy needs a benzo
Right? And that the real way.
and a lake house.
Damn.
It's interesting that Hollywood is imploding and destroying itself. And
You think
Steven
about it.
Seagal, dude, fucking all that shit.
What's
Dude,
up with
that
him?
guy-
He got fucking. He looked
like a villain
accused,
in
the
this-
guy from Amazon, Harvey Weinstein, and there's somebody else that came out. Well, not they didn't come out and say that they did it, but there's accusments against all of them. Like
Wow.
him was like an old one.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the story was like he did some cast call
He did some
for
soft porn for a
he did like
Late Night
a
USA.
casting call. The girl showed up with her manager.
Fabio was busy, so he did a butter commercial.
Did the audition, they left, and then the manager called the girl, whatever her name was, and said that he wants you to go back for a private audition. So when she went there, he was like in his bathrobe, like telling her, like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, but it's, I mean, I get it. If
Terry Crews just came out. last week
he
saying
got groped, man.
Somebody, so dude groped him or whatever the fuck it was. Like, what?
You so crazy, bro. Look at you. How did you not beat the fuck out of him and
Yeah, well,
figure it
Because
out?
he didn't want to get kicked out the club.
You gotta have big ass motherfucking balls to just walk up to Terry Crews, grab his dick.
Yeah, you know who did it? You know who
And
probably did it? The guy that signed his fucking paycheck that week. You know what I mean?
But I mean,
But that's the thing. They don't want to get kicked out.
to know that you're not gonna get your ass whooped.
Right?
That's a big dude right
It's
there.
a bold move, Cotton.
Yeah, dude. What the fuck?
Nah, I don't know.
It's so crazy, like just being a normal person per se, and then just fucking look at all this shit. You getting raped
It's
and
crazy.
There's nothing normal about being in Hollywood.
No.
Not a single thing.
And I don't care who you are. If you're some old dude grabbing up on my junk, you're getting fucking bundled. I don't care how old you are.
I've decided that the destruction of Hollywood and the destruction of everything else in this world is due to Twitter.
Dude, social media is the absolute worst thing that ever happened to humanity.
Like, everybody was cool with friendly Facebook.
So here's my thought on it.
It's a double-edged sword.
It is a double-edged sword.
That's the problem.
But eventually, it's going to get to a point where you're going to just... Everybody's fucked up shit is going to be out in the open. Yeah. That eventually you're just going to go, whatever. Like,
are we even really shocked nowadays by these things? I mean, isn't it normal nowadays?
That's the problem, is that you're going to become so numb to it, you're not even going to be able to decipher what's fact and what's fiction.
I think we are.
That's like with this whole thing with the whole Russian shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's why it's so fucked up, because they know exactly what they're doing. And it's coming out now. Maybe they weren't actually hacking into the DNC and whatever, but they're hiring people to just go out there and make these fucking stories and go, here, go put that out there.
Did you see what they were doing on Facebook?
Yeah, they were basically making
ads.
They're
buying ads, and
well, not only that, they were anonymously paying musicians, mostly rappers, to make songs. They would pay them to make these songs, and they would use those songs in racial and anti-Hillary or anti-Trump, whichever way they were going with it. And they would pay them anonymously, and they'd put this shit out on Facebook. And like, these musicians had no idea what was going on. They were just getting paid to make a song, and then they see like all this propaganda on social media with their face all over it. Like, that's some deep shit right there. Like, Russia's really getting into some stuff.
Please.
Yeah. Well, money rules the world. You said it earlier.
That's it.
It's crazy to have to pay attention to this stuff. Like, this is our adult thing that we have to teach our kid. You know what I mean? Like,
that's the thing. It's like
we used to be able to roam wherever.
We grew up in a time where,
what's up, man? Hey, how are you? Fucking, we had community, and then as people start to realize, oh man, your uncle's actually diddling your fucking daughter, and it's like, all right, back the fuck up. You know, there's that. Everybody get the fuck away from me.
And then it goes on Facebook.
Yeah, well, now it does, but it. But a lot of it doesn't, obviously, until somebody fucking says something.
Well, the problem too is that, like, you get a snippet of a story and everyone's judge, jury, and executioner before you even get the rest of the fucking story. It's like,
that
wait a
fucking
minute.
Headline comes out, and you're like, this motherfucker.
Cop shoots black individual. Well, they leave out the part where the guy was fucking punched him in the throat for fucking 12 minutes, and the cop took 20 punches and finally said, I'm not going to die today. You are. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. That clickbait.
Fucking crazy.
Well, not all of them.
Why are they calling
your work phone? Look at it, fucking go put out your fire.
It's my kids calling me.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Hey, what? Who brought it?
She's like, we got to get home today, and she's like, can I have my iPod back? I go, when you do your homework, you can have your iPod. So then I was getting ready to leave, and I said, Zach, I'll be back in a little bit. She's like, wait, where's my iPod? I go, you can have it when you're done with your homework. So she just called me, where's my iPod? I'm done with my homework. I said, oh, you can have it when I get home. No, you said and I just do it just to, like, remind her that, like, I can fuck with you anytime I fucking want.
Electronics, man, they act like they don't care if it's gone, but as soon as it's gone,
I'm like, fuck, what did I just bargain for?
Damn, I am not good at this.
Yep.
Lesson learned.
Right. Yeah, so I go, it's on top of the fridge. She's like, thank you.
Well, at least she said thank you.
She's so funny.
Yeah, they're trouble.
Teenagers, bro.
Just like her mother, though. Oh my god.
I'll refrain from saying anything.
Oh, you hurt my feelings. I just had to go deal with her.
Oh, I mean, women are just bitches.
Oh, I can attest.
Not all the time, like, but they are.
When they need to be, when they want to be.
Oh yeah. I think you had posted something.
They're born
a couple of years ago about, share this on social media. Yeah. Share this if your daughter is smart and beautiful and something else. And I go, they forgot bitch.
They forgot crazy.
Needless, whatever. I've been drinking that day, but even still, that doesn't matter. Dude, fucking, I know my daughter and she can be a fucking bitch sometimes. Like,
same.
They're born that way.
So I said it. Fucking, it's there. She's all that, but she's also that. That's, you can't let him forget that.
Guilt. Because if like that ever gets fed around, like my kids ever see that on my feed sometime, they're just scrolling back through that. You didn't share that?
Yeah,
you don't think I'm beautiful?
See, that's the funny shit though.
Fucked up.
Is they're not on it, so they don't even see it. Like people like,
Zoe's on Instagram.
Happy birthday to my person, but we have younger daughters that are not, and probably won't be for a while. So it's like, oh, happy birthday to my person, and then it's like they don't even fucking see it. Why are you posting this right now?
I actually showed mine.
I mean.
What does it
I
say?
do it too. Like same thing. Like, oh man, my man's this big, and it's like, fuck.
Well, I handed it to my youngest, and she's like, "Whoa, what's it say?" And well, practice your reading. It's clean. Well, I just want to look at the pictures. Nope, got to read it.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's like the only time I use that. I'm offending people all the time on Facebook. That is all I use Facebook for the most part, and to educate people on the Mexican word of the day. Because
you've been slacking on that.
I have been.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I can't find any new ones.
And you know, I kind of wondered that.
There's a couple that
So I'm like, how many of these can be new?
I've stocked up about 3 or 4 that were like way back in the beginning of doing it.
You just recycle
That
and
I
hope
can
no one
recycle.
notices.
No, people will notice.
so why
People
don't you
who
just
follow will notice.
Why don't you just carry it on? Make a new face instead of that guy's face, and
My
then make
face?
his son.
With the sombrero?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or
Chipotle
do your
burrito?
dad's face,
My dad's.
right? with the sombrero on and
That is
Mexican
brilliant,
word of the day, and then start making new ones.
That's awesome.
You know what people always tell me? The
Or-
thing I hear all the time is
Don't
they're
call it
so
the Mexican.
funny,
Say the sneaky burrito word of the day.
but I can't read it without doing an accent.
Oh yeah. It's like anything I see in Morgan Freeman. It's like,
Oh yeah.
you have to read it like this.
Andy. Oh yeah.
And that's when Andy knew.
Yeah. What was the one? I saw one earlier that I did in his voice.
There's like what? There's like the ones that say, "Happy birthday," and you just read that in my voice. It's like, damn it, how do you know?
Oh, Patrick Stewart. Every time his like, what the fuck?
Chris Walken.
Yeah.
And now the Foo Fighters introducing.
I need more cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell. I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
I'd vote for him.
Oh
I
my
would
God!
too.
If that guy
I
fucking
can listen
Fuck
to
yeah!
him
If
for
it's
4
just
years.
a popularity contest, I'll take it. They're gonna say some stupid shit. At least
just
you can say
imagine that
some
first
stupid
time
shit.
he goes, and God bless the United States of America.
Oh yeah, I could listen to that for 4 years. That'd be amazing.
We're not gonna build a wall.
I take
You
the
get
Rock.
right with it.
He's running. Apparently, I'll take him.
Who?
Who doesn't love the Rock?
I mean,
He's
it's not
such
that I
a
don't love
good
The Rock,
guy.
But is he really fit for government officiating? I mean,
You see what we have?
Okay.
I'm not saying
At least-
he's
at
not
least- at
better
least-
than that guy.
At least The Rock is a man of the people. He was the people's
Champion.
champ, bro. He had
Now he's
the
gonna be the people's
people's
president.
elbow. But not even if you so
think
because of social media, you have more access to these people and you can find out what they're really about and when shit goes wrong. A la example, fucking Kevin Hart got busted for cheating again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no shit. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
So
Again?
yeah. So
didn't know what
but you
happened
can
the first
see.
time.
But at the same time, like I don't know. At least he owns up to it, and that doesn't make it right. But
Right.
He talked about it in his last stand-up.
Oh, really?
yeah, not the newest time.
No,
that time
yeah,
before
the time
that.
before that.
Yeah. So it's,
First time he did.
So is she gone this time? Is it?
I don't know the end of the story. I
No,
just
you know why?
that.
Because she don't want to get kicked out the club.
Oh,
She likes them Kevin Hart paychecks.
But you know what I mean?
Just
but
don't let it
because
happen again.
you have access to that, you can
Third time,
see
I'm
what
out.
he's about. Dude, The Rock
Yeah.
is like anyone call him The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. But
do you follow him on Instagram?
yeah,
I was following on
That-
Twitter for a while. Like, I just got off Twitter because I got a new phone and I never signed in again.
Yeah.
But, like, some of the shit he was posting, I was like, this guy's the real fucking deal. Like, you see the shit he eats every day and he's like at the gym all the
Jesus
fucking time.
Christ.
He does like an inspirational little video on Instagram like every single
Yeah.
day, which
You know, I forgot that he did that, and I'm gonna follow him on Instagram now because I actually was kind of like intrigued by some of the shit he posted
right.
because it was like, damn, like that.
As far as
That's cool.
so as far as popularity contest, him going over to the UK to talk to that prime minister, or going to fucking talk to Putin. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
and I mean he's kind
He's
of
just
an
a different
intimidating
person.
force when he walks.
Well, yeah, like,
Look
he
at the
walks
size
in.
of that man. Imagine him going for a one-on-one with like Kim Jong Un,
Right.
Big Rock, little kid.
Little Kim.
Little Kim. I was
like,
gonna
I'm like,
stop
you didn't even
there.
realize he said it.
No, I did. I had to do the Kim Jong.
He's like, did you mean to do that?
Shit.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of Pyongyang?
No, you can't tell me you wouldn't want to listen. You know,
I'll take the rock. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at
If you
the rock.
smell what America, he's cooking.
Oh, I should
He's
break
got a
that
nice
with.
beard.
Yeah, he does.
Speaking of beard, sir,
Oh, beautiful segue.
Oh,
you
man.
can
I can't shave it.
You can
I
say
just
no,
can't
but
shave
listen,
it. I'm
this
gonna
is-
say no.
listen-
I'll donate to whatever it is
so
you're
listen.
talking
So
money
you're gonna
for.
vote. So this is what we're doing.
Make him pay my money.
This is the plan, the outline of the plan that is forming and what's happening. So I'm going to get 15 guys. Well, actually, I only need 8 more now. 5 are 100% confirmed. 2, I'm partially confirmed that they're going to do it. So what it is, $50 buy-in for these 15 guys. Clean shave, clean slate, January 1st. Go all the way to September 1st.
Without shaving, trimming, or anything?
No, you can shave and trim.
take care of,
Yeah. So, what first? Our best voted beard
Yeah.
wins $500. Longest beard gets 150 with swag that I'm going to work on once I have the 15 guys confirmed. So that way I can roll to people with my business plan. So, widest beard. Or I might change that to maybe silliest beard
Most
or
creative.
stylish beard or something like that. We'll get $100 with swag. A la example from 2. So in order to vote, you need to donate $5 to the page that I'm going to create, and the money that's raised from voting is going to go to, I think, Wounded Warriors is what we decided.
Yeah, I think we
on.
decided that.
So we're going to go to the Wounded Warriors project.
Nice.
So
And the money for prizes comes from entry fees for
it.
whoever's
Right,
in.
for-
So
I'll give it some thought.
I'll give it some. I told him to
look
let you know first.
I look so funky when I'm shaving
grow
now.
back.
We all
Me
do.
too, bro.
We all do.
Because I just like trimmed it
So
a
we're-
couple months back and it was like way shorter than I wanted. I was like, oh my god, I was like, hit that double
Don't have
chin.
it.
Like I forgot that was under there. That's why I grew this in the first place.
So Billy and I are in. I have 3 other friends
Yeah.
confirmed. One hesitant about it. The other one hasn't responded yet. And then, I've had people say no. So, I mean, if you
Yeah.
gotta say no, say no.
Let's think about it. I'll let you know by like.
It's a commitment
Next week.
in that clean slate, man.
Well,
I
that's
haven't shaved in 10 years, bro.
Well, it's not like that, but it's when it starts, that stubbly shit grows back, and I gotta go on client sites and be like, hey, like my fucking stubble? I'm here to fix your TV.
I've had people that have to deal with other people in a more professional setting. Not that I'm not going to have to
Yeah.
deal with people, and I work in an office building, so I mean, I'm
Right.
going to have to.
I think that's
Can't
why
just
I
have
the
it
advantage.
like
Yeah, you can't be
guy
completely
climbing in the
untamed.
woods, fucking Mick Dodge or whatever his name is.
Ted Kaczynski's shit.
Yeah,
See, I think I have the advantage because I just shaved a couple months ago,
Right.
fresh and clean. So the itchy phase doesn't bother me. I can't imagine not shaving for like
Ah,
10 years in
dude.
certain spots. Like, whew, that's gonna
So-
come in.
if anybody,
That's what sucks.
If anybody
It's that-
hears this,
Yeah.
Those first couple weeks when it's coming back through the skin for the first time again, and you're like,
Oh my god!
yeah, man, it's not
hate
a
that.
comfortable ride,
this-
but that's why everybody's going to start with a clean slate.
so everybody's gonna deal with it together.
Yeah, it's a a bonding thing, man. Like,
that first
we
time you're trying to
fucking-
fall asleep, and you're like, what the fuck?
It's gonna be a journey.
I grew it out big when my son was born.
Yeah.
I went 8 months, and it was just like a scraggly
I
mess. I
had-
mean, we didn't have this shit that you have now, the oils and the fucking.
They did, you just didn't
bombs
know about
and-
'em.
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's like when Katie and I first split up, I just was like, fuck this. And it went way out to here. And Zoe's like, no, your beard's huge. But like, I wasn't trimming it or anything. I had like
Starting to braid with your eyebrows.
I had like a pair of scissors, and I just like trim the straggly shit every once in a while. But it was, it was.
Oh man, I get it. Dude.
Oh, no,
you tell people they gotta go clean slate, and
It's like, what?
it brings up feelings and emotions. Dude,
I'm attached to this motherfucker.
I had
This
a
is a
friend
part of me.
I had a friend flip out belt and basically like, you know how long it took me to grow this? Fuck, I'm not doing it. All right, bro. I got you. You don't gotta do it.
You know what it is? It becomes like you don't realize it. How big of a part of your whole persona it is.
Your look is?
It's just like, no, that's my thing. Like, that's my shit. If that's gone, I'm gone.
It comes back, though.
Right.
It comes back.
But you're not gone.
But that's the thing. It's like trying to remind yourself, like, okay, I'm walking into a social setting and I don't look how I usually look. How's this gonna work?
Not any different.
Dude, that first day back
I'm
at work.
5'0" without my gray beard. Everyone's like, "Get out of here, kid!" But now they're like, "Oh, hey, what's up, man? How are you?"
I'm gonna go try out for football
Like,
or something at the
I
high
walk on a
school.
construction site, clean shaven. They're like, "Who's this fucking dude?" And I show up with the scraggly gray beard, like,
the greenhorn?
like, "Oh, this guy knows what's up. How you doing?" And they don't bother you.
Yeah, no, I have to go work next day.
Yeah.
Just be like, so yeah, this happened.
Hey guys.
It's for a good cause.
Don't
How's
mind
it
me
going?
fucking the bald head
Yeah.
with the bald face. Like, I feel like, the fuck, dude? Like, I know you said you were gonna do it, but damn, man, like, could you like called in till it grew back a little bit?
Can you get a hat?
We're not prepared for this awkwardness right now.
Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll take that week off. So I have to do that walk and shave with face. At least it'll be wintertime, which is another thing that people are like, fuck that, dude. It's gonna be cold as fuck up here. You're out of your mind.
Right.
Like, but that's we go through it together. You're gonna have it at the summertime in its peak.
Right. That's true.
It's gonna suck balls.
The last time was the middle of the summer. It was July. I was at the longest I had ever been. And I got a haircut before a wedding, and I asked the wife to just, trim it up a little bit, just clean it up. Yeah, it looked like this afterwards.
Yeah.
I had to go to the wedding, it was just a little longer than stubble. I was like, what the fuck? So I had to start over. So, and then that was like 3 months ago. So now I'm going to be starting over again too.
Like just when you're getting comfortable in your own skin again.
I got it back, and then now I just trimmed it down again.
But that's why it's $50 to enter, so that you gotta put some skin in the game. Like you're going through
skin it to win.
I mean, it's a good competition too. I mean, not really for me. Everybody else is a fucking chia pet, like with Miracle Grow running through their veins. It's gonna take me forever.
Some of these motherfuckers with that little big ass mustache. It's like, how the fuck? I can't even connect the dots. Never mind growing that shit.
I always try to grow it out a little bit and like you twirl it, like I got it. But then once it like gets in my mouth, the worst thing about having a big beard was the motherfucking mayonnaise, right? You eat a sandwich, like you always just like shit in it. Like that's where I was like, I can't wait to get this
it until you go to the bathroom and you're
off.
like, oh, how long has that fucking giant chunk of bacon been hanging out right there?
Oh, ice cream's impossible.
And then the other weird feeling is when I shaved it, and you're like, where the fuck is my goddamn chin? Like, why is it in the back of my head, dude? It's a range of emotions. It's a big 9-month.
I usually get teared up with the bird lip.
Yeah.
With the little almost looks like the top of a beak.
Yeah, Zoe calls this my lip. Is that, Daddy, that's your lip beard. You can't get rid of your lip beard. Yeah, your lip has its own beard. I'm like,
it's a soul patch.
Stop making a duck face. I can't help it. Yeah. It's
Still playing guitar out at bars?
It's been a while. It's been like a couple of years since I did like an open mic or anything. I want to get back into it though. I've been thinking about it a lot. I still play at home, try to learn something new every once in a while, or freshen up on the shit that I used to be like half decent at. It's always been like a hobby though, you know what I mean? Like never been
just to fuck around.
Yeah. If I'm having a shit day, I'll just go sit in my room and fucking.
It's a release.
I've never attempted. My dad's musician, so I just never really attempted to do it.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna
be like you.
I watch my daughter play, and
you're gonna play the guitar whether you like it or not.
She loves playing it, but
she doesn't like to practice.
Cool. She hates practicing,
right.
but she's really good at it. Like she's a freaking natural at it. Yeah. But seeing her
some
read
people
music,
like that.
It's all gibberish.
Yeah, in the same way, like Zoe plays the saxophone, and she's like. And she's like doing all the tempo changes and shit. I'm like, how the fuck do you know what that means? Oh, this is this. I'm like, okay, dude. I listen to something and just try to copy it. That's it.
Jam out. Yeah.
That's my. You know what I mean? But
yeah. See, that's
why I was the same way with drawing.
That's why it's always been fun for me because I've never been like, oh, I need to be like committed to this learning experience and I need to fucking like. It just I never wanted to stress about it. It's always been something that's like just a cool thing to do for me. You know what I mean?
like I can hear her play the notes. When she plays the notes, I can tell the difference between them, so I can hear them. But reading them, I can't, I don't understand it. I went to one of her lessons for the first time since she started, like 9-10 months ago. Yep. I just don't get to go to them. It's only once a week, but she's learning all this stuff, and
that's cool.
It is like I don't understand any of it. Yeah. Like what the hell is all that?
Like I've thought of like going to taking lessons and things like that, or like try to take it more serious. But then to me, like then now it's an obligation.
Yeah, it's not just fun.
And I'm like, I don't know. I've just never been ready to like make it a thing that okay, well now you have to do it like this because this is how it's written.
You must know the notes. You must know the notes now though from.
You can tell me to play a G chord and I could do it, but if you already play an F sharp, what?
You know what
I mean? Like I
like I watch based off a sound. Like if you
I hear something, I try to like pick it up, or I'll like watch YouTube videos and like see what they're doing with their hand. Like okay, I'm gonna copy it. You know what I mean?
I can't get her into that yet. She's not quite there on like watching the YouTube because that's one of her big complaints. She wants to play songs that are current.
Yeah,
and she's just learning, so she's learning at a slower tempo than. Normally played, but
you got to learn the notes first.
She rips through these songs, like she gets them, she practices them a few times, like through the measures, and then just plays them. Like she can play them with the music, without the note. Like she doesn't even need to read some of them.
Right,
she just plays them off memory. It's pretty impressive.
When Dave and I would try to like learn a song together, pick up something new or whatever. He'd get the book and read the chord progressions, and he'd get it to like 60%. He'd be like, "Oh, I'm stuck on this one part," and I'd listen to it. And I'd be like, blah, 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 and I'd figure it out. And he'd be like, "How the fuck do you do that?" But then I'd be sitting there like stuck on this one part. I'm like, yeah, it's like this, man. And he'll go, "Oh, it's this," and he'll fucking read it and tell me what, you know what I mean? But we always kind of like fed off each other in that way.
Yeah,
like what he was good at, and then I could just like wing it. And between the two of us, we could put a song together, you know. But it's just totally different ways of doing it, you know.
We just broke through the whole practice problem. Like there was about a month and a half where she was just like, it was a fight every day to get her to practice. Like she just didn't want to practice. But if you just let her play, she would just play whatever. Like here, pick whatever you want to play. Like we're busy right now, so you just put 10 minutes of playing whatever you want. Yeah. And that's when she would do it, no problem. So it's just like,
but when you're like, I want this song and then this song.
Yeah, when you got to practice specific stuff. And and she's a girl, so she's always got an opinion about something.
I took, when I was in like, probably like 4th grade, I took lessons. There was a place in Hudson, and they had like this 8-week intro program. It was like super cheap. And then if you wanted to continue, like the price went up, whatever. So my father was like, "Oh, you want to try playing guitar?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I go do like the 8-week intro thing. And the guy, like one of the last lesson or two, the guy was like, "Oh yeah, I want you to play this song again." And I go back to like the second song that he taught me, and I hadn't ever gone back and practiced any of them. I was too busy like trying to learn the new ones. And I go back and I'm like, and I fucked it up, and I couldn't remember. Like, and he basically realized that I was playing off of memory and not actually reading it. He's like, "Oh, you gotta practice these songs. You gotta take it serious." I'm like, "Fuck you, dude. I'm here to have fun with the guitar, not have some dude with an afro that smells funny. You fucking yell at me. I'm like, fuck off." And I just like,
settle down, hippie.
This guy, I forget his name, was Kevin something. This black dude. And he looked like every blues musician you've ever seen in any like old school video. You know what I mean? Yeah. This big ass afro, and he had this big giant guitar, and he'd be like, he's like, and he smelled like leather, and I was like, I don't like this at all. You're stuck in this booth with this leather smelling black dude, and I'm 10. I'm just like, he was like the first black person. Maybe that was part of it. Because you grew up in Merrimack, and then all of a sudden you're locked in a room in Hudson with some black dude, and you're just like, this is different.
Yeah, I love the place that she goes. It's right here in town. It's just this one. It's I think there's 3 people that run it. They do singing, piano, and guitar.
Is it the place on Bryce Drive?
Yeah,
like Merrimack Music Academy. I keep seeing the Facebook page.
They just changed the name because the dude. Like too big for what he was before. He was just like a little private school, and now he's like they got a ton of students.
Big time.
Yeah. Cool. Well, he's not big. I mean, he's big time. I mean, he's full all the time.
Like but he just leveled up and was like, next.
Yeah, apparently. I
want to bigger, better one.
You ever go to Jade on Fridays and you see the guy that looks like the Zohan?
Nope.
He's a DJ.
I try to stay away from that, please. On Thursday and
It
Friday.
might be on Thursday.
about.
He looks like Adam Sandler in the Zohan movie.
I know
His
who
name
you're
is
talking
John
about.
Paul.
Yes, he is. So,
Super talented musician.
yeah, so
like,
that
really
guy,
good.
That guy actually worked for like Disney's entertainment for a while. So he's friends with the guy that I was telling you about for the table.
No shit.
Yeah, so he's like, because I was telling him about the podcast
Yeah.
when he was talking about the webcam, and he's like, "Oh man, yeah, I have this guy." So I looked him up, dude. He's legit.
John Paul is fucking good.
I got to go down there and
super
fucking
good.
introduce myself.
He taught at Berkeley, or he may still teach at Berkeley.
Yeah, I heard
But
he's
like,
been
he
nasty.
really good guitar player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like legit. Like you sit there, and you go, "How the fuck does he even do that?" I mean, he's a weird fucking guy. You talk to him, he's all out there and shit.
road
But you
trip to the gym.
Hand him a guitar, and he's like, and he's doing all these fucking runs and shit. You're like, how the fuck?
Usually the
Can you
eccentric
slow that
people-
down so I can see that?
Right.
No. Slower.
Right.
You see, I think his name's Justin Johnson on Facebook. You know what I'm talking about? He's from like Tennessee, so his brother builds guitars out of like these weird things. Like one's like a shovel.
I love seeing shit.
One's
like
like go on YouTube. He's probably on there. Like so yeah, one was like a shovel. I've seen him play like it was like an oil can.
Yeah.
Was the guitar part that he had. All fucking just types of weird shit. So his brother builds him and sends him to this guy, Justin Johnson, who fucking like he's played like the Beatles. The guitar weeps on like the oil can.
Yeah.
Fucking ton of crazy shit.
That's
I'm like,
cool.
the fuck?
What
He's a
is
goofy
this
looking. This is
game?
PUBG. Yeah. So this
I'm
game's
so
coming out
stoked.
for Xbox later this year.
Yeah, I believe
So what it is a survival game, right? So 100 people drop into a zone, and you got to find all your guns, your gear, everything. And as the
Food.
circle that you're in closes, and as it closes, it's forcing you to the center to face other people, and basically last man standing or last team standing. But you got to like survive and collect all your shit as
not get
you
killed.
get in.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you get your upgrades the closer you get to the middle and like
Yeah.
the better stuff. And
But you got to grab everything, like from your vest, your pack, like your food. Like
Wow.
you got to grab a pack first, but everything that you get dropped in with, like I think you get like 1 or 2 items that you can bring in from the drop. But after that, it's
that dude's getting fucked up right now.
yeah, he is.
Oh, down.
But yeah,
So he's 53 out of 100 people.
Jesus.
Glitchy man on
all trying to do
Mixer.
the same shit.
Yeah, sometimes you work with a team, so as long as your communication's good, like you'll be all right. Like you running through buildings. It's honestly like Red Dawn type shit. And you're fucking running in buildings, clearing everything, grabbing clear, especially like when you're working with a team, like and you're organized. Like it's fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
But it's like
here we
shit
go.
that could actually be real life, and you know what I mean? Like,
custom 4-string cigar box.
yeah, dude, check this guy out. He plays a lot with like the slide, so you get that fucking twang.
Yeah.
Oh, like a lot of blues shit. But
awesome.
him and his brother look alike, fucking long ass hair, and they gonna let him see it.
Yeah,
You can turn it up. That's
I
cool.
didn't know if
Let him
you want-
jam.
I
Yeah,
know.
that'd be fine. We're not.
but yeah,
Cool.
Good jam. But yeah, so I think it's his brother builds the guitars and he plays them.
that's the other thing that's awesome. My kid actually, she's 7 and she appreciates blues music. Like she likes listening to it. It's the kind of the weirdest thing that she's like such an old soul with her music. She listens to, she likes that older stuff, but she also likes that new poppy shit. Like that stuff they call music nowadays. Like I hear her singing it all the time. What the hell is that? Where the hell you hear that stuff?
There's a guy out in Hampton, or plays out in like Dover and Hampton, that does blues. I forget his name, but I follow him on Facebook. But I want to go out there and actually like see him play, and then try to get him on. But he works all the time. You're raising your hand because you got to sneeze to take a break. You got something to say? You got to pee?
Yeah, I'm raising my hand.
I had clothes on, so yeah, right. So
That's your excuse?
Yeah.
So you were really 216.
Yeah, so 216, but I'm like, damn, bro, are you serious, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm getting
I
fat.
thought
So now I'm
193
getting-
was bad.
Yeah, now I'm getting concerned.
I was 220.
I mean, I was
220 last time.
205 before I started like really getting heavy
Yeah.
drinking. So
That's not really that big of an increase.
That's enough.
10 pounds.
That's like 11.
I'm pretty
It's
much
like 11 pounds.
I'm heaviest that I've been ever.
Like ever
That's
in
the
life.
heaviest you ever. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm the
I'm the
heaviest I've ever
heaviest
been. I
I've
think the
been,
heaviest
so-
I've ever hit was like 223.
I was pushing 202, 203. At my height, though, like my knees can't take that shit.
So this is
Well,
this
yeah.
is what I'm saying, right? So
the difference is I'm 6'3".
so I stand there. She goes, you know,
Exactly.
put your back to the fucking
We're gonna
scale,
put a
the
crayon
scale, the
marker
scale
on the
thing,
wall.
right?
All the measurement.
Yeah, right. So I stand there.
Did you get a
I get
lollipop?
all
He's like stretching his neck
stretched
out.
up, like all right. She goes, 5'4", 5'4". What the fuck you mean 5'4"? Listen to shit. She's like, that's like a 4 to me. Yeah, I mean, it's a 4, so
The crayon mark doesn't lie.
fuck. so I'm like,
She proceeded to give you a
Oh, like,
lollipop.
I think technically I'm probably like 5'3.5", but
prick
I've
my
always
finger,
said
take my
5'4".
blood. I've always said 5'5".
I've always said 5'5".
I'm like 5'5" and 3/4, man. I'm almost 5'6",
And my
bro.
son looks at me. He's like, "You're not 5'4". I'm like, "You shut your fucking mouth."
Fuck, Tinder 6
Do you want to
feet.
eat tonight?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's.
I'm like, damn, man, I really shrunk. I must be getting old. Like, like this is bullshit.
My bones are
I
shrinking.
know I was like 5'6", gonna start stretching out more, start doing yoga,
I thought
hang myself.
I thought I had hit the pinnacle when I hit 200. Like I never thought I would ever hit 200 until I was about
I almost
20,
cried when I hit
29. I was always underweight.
What the fuck?
I mean, I was 25, 26, 27. And I was like 170 pounds.
Dude, we graduated-
at 6'3".
I weighed 120 pounds. Probably.
God damn, yeah.
I was
down there.
scrawny back then.
Yeah.
I mean, I was always like muscly, but just small muscly, you know.
I sat at 285 forever. And then
285.
I mean 185.
I was like, damn,
no,
bro.
185. The heaviest I've ever been is 223. And I lost it in days.
I
so
discovered red meat and beer in my 20s, and it's been all downhill from there.
you know what it is? It's probably the red meat,
Oh.
not the beer.
It's both.
I discovered red meat, like rare steak.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like eating a steak the way it's supposed to eat.
Not the way your mom cooked it in a
Right.
frying pan and was
Yeah,
like,
not
eat this
that way.
shit. And like, I don't like steak. And everyone's like, you don't like steak? I'm like, I don't like that steak.
This is supposed to be
That's
this
what I
dark?
learned. I learned that I don't like
Why
that
does it take
steak.
10 minutes to chew
all
one?
gray.
It's like this color on the middle.
Takes
Yeah,
10
you know,
minutes to
it's-
chew one bite.
Yes.
You know what I always found fucked up, right? Is my dad, Bruce, he was a chef. He worked as a cook in fucking kitchens.
No shit.
And yet that's how I got my motherfucking steak. Bro,
Dude.
what school did you go to, man? Like,
Like, Mom.
steak should be red and juicy.
And that was always the thing. Like,
bleeding.
she'd make it and she'd fucking cook the shit in a frying pan and put it in front of us. It'd take 4 minutes to chew one bite. And I hated the texture. And I'd get, like, my jaw would get tired from chewing and I'd end up choking on it. And I'd be like, I can't eat this.
That was my childhood memory of steak. I went
Awful.
to first
That's why
time I
they
had
invented
steak.
ketchup.
Oh, really? I've never tried that. Still have never tried that.
Steak with ketchup?
Steak with ketchup, never. I used to eat A1 sauce. We had that in my
A1
house.
sauce is good.
But, you know, you had to dress it up
I
when it
used to
was
do the same
shitty.
shit. Steak with ketchup is gross.
Yeah, well, when it's well done, you need to get it moist.
That was always a problem.
But the first time I had ever had, like, a steak dinner at my wife's parents' house when we were younger, her mom likes it on the rarer side, and I was just like, oh, that just looks so gross, like all bloody and nasty.
so
I mean, she likes it almost still mooing, like
Well, I'm the
she's
same way.
she's poking at it.
Good.
Brown on the outside and in the middle.
I mean, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but the first time I tried it, like, I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll just get a steak rare, you know, and
give it a shot.
it was amazing.
You're like, dude.
I don't even like medium rare that much
It's
anymore.
life-changing.
It is life changing.
When I
And
was-
then beer to pair, if you pair the right beer with the right
yeah.
steak, oh, it's amazing.
Like I used to work with this dude, this guy Isaac, wicked good guy, and we worked at this shop up in Londonderry, and we'd go to Mr. Steers on 102, and he'd buy like 4 pounds
Good
of steak
stuff.
and 3 pounds of chicken and all this other shit, and we go back to the office and just have like a fucking party for the whole company. And there was like probably 14 of us, 10 or 12 or 14 of us that worked there, and he'd just cook a bunch of meat and just be like, oh, anybody wants some, you know, we're cooking on the grill today. And he'd be like, yo, you want some of the, man, I don't like steak. He's like, and I'll never forget the look on his face. He's like, what?
Man card, please.
He goes, get over here and eat some of this shit. He's a big black dude. and he hands me a plate, and like what Isaac tells you, you fucking do. Okay, Isaac, no problem. So you get like this big.
It usually happens when you have to look up at people.
Yeah,
so they tell you like, he's like, go do this.
He goes, he goes, I'm standing out here cooking all this shit, man. Motherfucker, you gotta eat some of this shit. And he puts it on a plate, and he's like, go sit down. And I'm like, all right, man. And I go over, and I'm all like mad about it because I'm like, I don't fucking like this. Ain't
you guys have broccoli?
And I take that first bite. This fucking guy tell me I gotta eat steak. I'm like, oh, fucking. Holy shit, that's amazing. It's just like, and I ate like 2 pounds by myself. And I was
this is what it's supposed to taste like?
I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get fat now. And that was my love of steak. I was probably just turned 21. And like that spring, legit, dude, like I discovered red meat was awesome. And that was around the time I was like, yeah, beer doesn't really suck anymore either. You know what it is too? Is like beer is way better when you can go into a bar without being like sketched out in trouble, like, and it like just this whole thing just changes in your brain. You're like, it's kind of cool.
I went to my first weed bar.
Really?
Yeah. So
where's that?
It was in Lawrence. It's a private club, so and because it's legal down there, they're friendly with it. So it was fucking crazy going in there. So the kid that I have coming on. Oh, so all right, let's start back here with this. I need help with some sound again. My invisible sound man that comes and helps out when I need shit.
I'm not really here.
Oh, you're here. I can see your amazingness from here.
There's a hip hop artist out of Worcester that is coming on November 8th.
Okay.
And we're gonna do a Facebook Live.
So you want like a mic on a mic stand for him, like to hold?
Well, here's my thing. We're gonna do a Facebook Live broadcast that night of him. I would imagine just this, but I want to make sure that people on Facebook Live can hear the music. So if it's just pumping in through the headphones through the computer, how do I air it out loud?
What you should do is do your Facebook Live through your PC. Log into Facebook instead of doing it on your phone.
Yeah.
And use a camera, a USB camera into the computer.
Okay.
You can get one for like $40. Right. I actually think I might have an extra one laying around.
Now, I've never done Facebook Live.
Actually, no.
The one on a computer.
Yeah, me neither.
So I would think it may be something you want to just play around with first.
Yeah. Well, we got a little bit of time, but yeah.
You have that USB GoPro, I think, right?
Yeah, so the last time I hooked it up to this, it says it doesn't read it. I'm like, you fucking piece of shit.
What doesn't read it?
The program that I was using.
Is the USB a 3... Does that only take like a 3.0 or USB? Might not read it.
I'll see if I can find
it. It was more I thought the camera saying that it didn't.
I'll see if I can.
The camera. I don't think it wasn't reading the camera.
I might be able to get my hands on a USB camera.
Otherwise, we would be on.
Nice.
We would have camera by now.
Okay.
We wouldn't. Not yet.
We would.
No, we wouldn't. Not yet.
We'd have a couple practice ones.
Well, you would have one hiding somewhere.
I've got a USB camera on my monitors at work that like I'm never sitting at my desk to use. I can.
By the way, who's your cameraman who takes your Instagram photos? Amazing.
Myself.
Do you just set that thing up in a light?
I just go back.
So this artist that I have coming on, Leon Legacy, I've featured a couple of his songs, one from his old album, one from the upcoming album, plus a preview of another one.
He says in November?
November 8th he's coming on here to record. It's a Wednesday.
Okay.
Yep.
So Monday, are you free?
So, well, I mean, we'll figure out
off Mondays,
between now and then.
If you want to do a trial run. I gotta go blow some leaves for a buddy of mine I'm doing like some landscaping on the side just for extra cash for a friend of mine. He's in the Philippines right now. He goes twice a year. He goes like in October, November before he does his fall cleanup stuff, and then after plowing season he goes back like March, April. He goes for like 3 or 4 weeks. He's out there for like 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm taking Monday off. I'm going to the Guns N' Roses concert Sunday.
Nice.
So I'm getting shit cocked. And I'm taking Monday off, but then I'm going to go blow some leaves for him. And then I got a couple properties I'm doing. And then there's the week after that in November, I'm taking the week off. I'm going down to Myrtle Beach for the weekend. Remember Josh Wheat?
Name sounds familiar.
There's a lot of names. Like,
anyway.
If I saw him, I'd be like, about
He
it,
played football.
I know
he was a cheerleader.
I do.
Okay, yeah. All right. All right. There wasn't too many of them until he started, but
he used to do the shit where he'd hold like two chicks out like this and have one standing on her head.
Grab him
crazy.
Grab
him by the. Anyway,
so I was gonna say he's tall, but I mean he's not taller than us, so it's.
He came up over the summer and he's like, "Yo, you gotta come down." He lives down in Charleston, so I'm going down. I'm flying into Myrtle Beach. He's driving up from Charleston.
Oh, nice, dude. Fucking Myrtle Beach is dope.
Everybody keeps telling me that.
I've been.
It's a fun spot.
It's cheap as fuck too. I'm looking at the fucking hotel.
Yeah,
you can get a 3-bedroom fucking suite for like $139 a night.
Yeah.
For like a 3-night stay. I was talking to Katie's mother
outside of spring break,
dude. Right?
Yeah, anytime outside of spring break.
Still,
but still,
like, it's
cheaper for me to fly to Myrtle Beach for a weekend than it is to drive to Boston for the weekend.
Right?
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, that's for sure.
If you want to stay in Boston,
$400 a night.
It's right, three. Unless you want to stay in fucking Woburn or Chelsea, you're like, and even then, it's still more expensive than Myrtle. So for the flight was $220, and it's. I mean, I'm not going to go to a fancy hotel. But they're all on the fucking beach. Yeah. So for $40 a night, I'm gonna split it with him. It's gonna cost me $60 for a hotel on the beach
for almost a week.
for 3
or 4 days.
Yeah, I'm flying in Saturday morning. I'm coming home Monday night.
Yeah.
And then for the rest of the week, I'm doing fall cleanups with my buddy Tom. So I'm getting paid to be on vacation, and I'm going to make cash doing some landscape shit.
Nice.
Right in time to inspect my Jeep, get brakes, and fucking get ready for Christmas shopping. You know, it's like I'm basically going to Myrtle Beach for free and then coming home and fixing my car.
Yeah. And then it all just goes right out.
That's it, dude. As fast as it comes in,
like I could have swore I had some money in here somewhere, but
I sold the bike.
What?
Yeah, that was tough.
Did you cry?
It was
in the fetal position.
No, you know it's funny.
For like a day.
It was like
if you could do that,
I really didn't. You know.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's pretty much like the same thing right there.
Card.
The funny thing about the bike, and everyone's had the same reaction, like, dude, what? Because I was obsessed with it.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Because you know why? Because it's like a.
You just did some work.
It's almost like not a forbidden thing, but a lot of guys want to have it
and can't,
but can't, or just won't, or don't, or like, but. When you see one, you're like, dude, damn, that shit's fucking
so
nice.
That was the thing. Like, you know, from the time I've had my license since I was like 19. I took a test. John Brown used to have a Honda Magna 500. And he was like,
holy shit.
Dude, forever ago.
So underpowered.
Right. So he was like, oh, you gotta get a motorcycle license. He goes, you can use my bike for the test. I'm like, are you serious? He goes, yeah. So I took the test, whatever. Fast forward, actually, like, a year. It actually might have been the same summer because it was like right after, roughly like the summer we graduated or the summer after that I took the test, got my license. Then I was supposed to ride out to Keene for Josh Wheat. His sister went to college out there and she was graduating, and he had been down at Clemson, had a motorcycle, crashed it, had to move home because he was all banged up and crap, had bought another bike. And him and his brother were riding out to Keene for her graduation. So his brother borrowed like some guy's bike. I had $100 deposit on a motorcycle that week so I could ride with them. And my car started acting up. And I had to like go take my money back and I got my Ranger that I had forever like that week. Or shortly after that anyway. So that weekend, they're riding out to Keene. And you know how 101 going out towards Keene, like it goes from 1 lane to 2 lanes, and like the slower traffic goes to the right, and you gotta merge back. Some old guy in a Cadillac cut them off, and I forget who rear-ended who, but either Adam rear-ended Josh or vice versa, and they both went tumbling, fucking hundreds of feet, all scraped up. I get a phone call. Hey man, we're at the Peterborough Hospital. Can you come pick us up? I'm like, what? Dude. I'm like, shut up, dude. It's not funny. He's like, no, I'm not kidding. I really, can you just come get us? And I'm at work at the mill store. So I go to my boss. I'm like, I gotta go. And they're like, what's the matter? And I'm like, oh, my friends just crashed their motorcycles. Oh my god, go! So I get there, and Adam's whole back, and he's a tall guy like you.
Yeah.
And his whole back is just road rash.
Did you just sit up?
He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah.
He's like, I'm tall. Dude, fucking, get the fuck out of here.
I can slouch and still be a foot taller than you too.
So anyway,
remember that was
like
that.
That was like the first time I was gonna get a bike. Then like I had my stepfather had a bike that I got to ride and stuff, and then one of my old roommates, he was like, here's the key to my bike. So I've like always been able to ride other people's bikes, but never had my own. And then I started having kids and responsibilities in life, and it's just like you can just never like, man, someday. So my cousin bought his bike last summer, and his stepbrother had the bike that I had. And all the time he'd send me Craigslist posts and be like, yo, check this one out, or I'd find them, I'd send them to him and be like, oh dude, check this one out if I had the money. So then all of a sudden, like St. Patrick's Day this year, he's like, I'm out hanging out with Jen, and we're at like the garden, or not the garden, but like Fody's or whatever, or Panucci's, and my cousin's
Pick a spot.
yeah,
any natural bar in that circle.
Somewhere
I think we hit all of them at one point or
another.
another night. But my phone's blowing up the whole time. My cousin's like texting me pictures and stuff. And all of a sudden he goes, he's like, Earl wants to sell his bike. You should buy it. He said he'll sell it to you. I'm like, what? I'm like, so I started thinking about it. I'm like, I can actually do this. What's cool about it is I'm buying an old school Harley that will hold its value, and I'll ride it as long as I can afford to keep riding it. But I know in January my son turns 16, my daughter's gonna need fucking braces, like all these responsibilities are gonna creep up, but I'm gonna have a fun ass summer, you know what I mean? So I did.
Oh, so you knew?
I knew the whole time.
You
like,
knew the whole time.
I was on exactly it.
I was so emotionally invested in
I
your
just took out
Instagram
this fucking timeshare on a fucking bike, yo.
So
I feel
what's funny
I feel
about that-
betrayed right now because I was so emotionally invested in your Instagram pictures. Like I really thought you loved that bike. And that was a one night stand.
You riding? Yeah,
That was my
That's
favorite
right,
one night
Dan, we're
stand
riding.
ever.
You knew you were leaving at 4
I had
a.m.
to, right?
That's fucked up.
But that was the whole thing. It was like I have this window of opportunity.
I love you, but I don't love you.
It's not you, it's me. I had this window of opportunity. I'm a father of two. I pay all my own shit and support half my fucking kid's mother's rent and all. You know what I mean? Like I have all these responsibilities. Like, damn it, when do I get to have something fucking for me?
That's good though. At least you got it, bro.
That was the thing. You know what I mean? But that was my whole mentality going into it. But I was all in because this might be the only bike I ever get. You know what I mean? Because who knows?
At least it was a good one.
Every time I went out, I'm like, man, like you could crash this thing, you could fucking wipe out and eat shit. Like all those things go through your mind. It's like, and that's the whole other thing. It's
And
like
then the bike starts and you.
right. So like that's what's exciting about riding a motorcycle is you're like, I'm fucking cheating death right now. That's the draw. You know what I mean? Yeah. But is that the draw for a guy with a kid that's 12 and 15? You know what I mean? Like. And that you think about that shit the whole time you're out. Every hole that you don't hit and every rock that you could almost wipe out on. And the one time I was turning around and I went over a rock and the fucking handlebar went like this, and I was like shit, and then a fire truck came by and I was like, that would have sucked. Like, you know what I mean? Like all those things go through your mind. My stepfather got rear-ended. You see articles every fucking time bike week comes.
Every summer, something.
This guy Dennis that I rode with, like he's friends with my cousin Earl. He was on the Kangamagas and saw a guy like the hairpin turn. Yeah. Took it too fast and went over the edge.
God damn.
Gone, like just dead.
Wow.
But you see that shit all the time, and you're just like, man, thank God it wasn't me.
Yeah, huh?
Jesus. You know what I mean? So then, like, there's that selfish part of you. Is like, oh, fucking great, but the responsible part of you is going, dude, you got 2 kids, like
you can't fucking.
This might not be the time in life to continue this much longer. Like you're getting away with fucking murder right now.
You're getting out early right now,
but don't push it. You know what I mean?
I've reevaluated my plan. I wanted one while my kids were still young, and then maybe just store it for a while. But then I decided I'm gonna wait till they're teenagers and they ignore me anyways.
Well, wild hog,
and then I'm just gonna go out and ride all the time. It's not like they're gonna miss me.
It's like like
they'll be too busy fighting with their mother.
It was all exciting, like when I first got it too, because like my cousin's like, "Oh, we're gonna ride all the time." Bro. The reality is, you wake up on Saturday like, "Yo, I want to ride today." Oh, I got this thing to do and that thing to do, or I don't feel good, or fucking like my wife is here and
I'm waiting for
I spent
kids
time.
Games.
Yeah, like I spent more time riding alone than I did with anyone else,
which is
that isn't bad either. But at the same time, like I'm zipping around Merrimack going, "Wow, this is what I used to do on my bicycle when I was 12." Like,
just faster.
What am I doing? Why am I tying up all this money in something that's, you know what I mean? Like, it's just another thing that you think about.
See,
but
that's my
if I could do it all over again, I would do it all over again. Because I had a blast. And my cousin was like, when you were to sell, he's like, that's what the guys at work were saying. My cousin, though, he's like, when you're ready to sell a bike, you call me, and I want that thing. All right, cool, man. So I called him up. I was like, look, this is what I got to do. I got shit coming up. You know, like my car's going to need work, and the kids are going, I got Christmas coming, all this different shit. This wasn't a long-term thing in my mind. You still interested? He's like, yep, bring it this weekend. I was like, done.
Dope.
Got my money, fucking took care of some shit, and
there you go.
Gonna go on a little getaway for myself and what the fuck.
They're starting to do like Airbnb. It was Troy that was telling us about like the Airbnbs for fucking cars.
Yeah,
I had heard about it somewhere else too, but they're starting that. Basically, you can rent somebody's truck for the weekend.
Uber was doing it for a little while, and they had to stop. Like, they were basically leasing other people's cars for like a weekend. You could pay a flat rate, and you could borrow a car for the area.
Like if you're
for a weekend, yeah. Say
I need a car that's bigger than my 2-seater.
Well, no, like
or whatever.
Say you were coming into, you're gonna stay in Boston for a weekend.
Yeah. Oh, instead of like renting a car.
Instead of renting a car, you could
basically or whatever.
You could basically lease an Uber car. You know that is registered with and drive it yourself. And but it's the same thing. They register and all that stuff through you, and you're basically renting a car. You're just doing it for cheaper through Uber as opposed to going through a regular rental place.
Yeah, but it makes you wonder if they would have
the car's already insured.
Insurance. Yeah, but some of that insurance I would.
Well, most insurance cover. And I think Uber, you have to carry like a clause insurance anyway.
You can't even work for Uber unless your car is a certain age, a certain setup, whatever, and you have to have all these other qualifications. I always wonder though, like, are cabs going to become obsolete at some point?
They are.
Like,
they're almost obsolete.
That's what I mean. It's like,
it's just easier to call Uber now.
Next time you go to the airport, look how many people are getting into Ubers as opposed to flagging a taxi. Right. You know, they have that shit on their phone before they even leave the other airport.
Exactly.
It's already hooked up, and that Uber is waiting for them when they get there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Taxis, you got to wave those things down. You know, maybe call ahead.
Airport
Depends on whether they're going to get there. The fares are different depending on which way that taxi goes.
And they'll fuck you over on purpose.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna take the long way. You know, we gotta get
Uber and Lyft both take that shit fucking seriously.
The first time I went to
I'll give you a good tip,
Atlanta.
man.
I went to Atlanta for work back in.
I've never personally used one, so
I was in 08. It was back in like 08, 09, roughly. I had to go to Atlanta for work. Then I get in a taxi. It's like 11 o'clock at night, and dude's like flying from the airport.
Drove 500.
I'm talking like
$30.
flying. Gets pulled over. He pulled over. And he kept the meter running.
Are you serious?
So the cop comes up. He's talking to him. He's like, "Oh, license registration. Where you heading?" He's like, "Oh, this guy's going up here." Or it might have been Oregon. It was a work trip. Anyway,
that was way different.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway,
it's not ethical in general.
That is just like
that's click.
Yeah. So regardless, he sees the meter going. He's like, "You want to stop the fucking meter?" He's like, he shouldn't have to pay for that. And they go, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah, fucking
it's just like
you might want to just reset.
But that's the thing. Like, the Uber is like a flat rate, right? It's based on distance.
It's based on distance.
Based on distance and supply and demand.
It's all paid ahead of time too. So you pay it through the app ahead of time with the tip. There's no awkward.
They just show up. And
you get
just
paid.
Don't puke in the car.
I think
as long as you don't.
The tip is separate with Uber. Lyft. Lyft has it built in.
Oh, is it Lyft?
App. Yeah, Lyft has it built in. Uber, I think you had to like have money on you or something.
Like cash. I think are they switching right now?
I don't know. The last time
heard
it was
Lyft is the way that you automatically include
you can, or it might be automatically included with Uber, but in Lyft you can your fee is separate, and then you can pay whatever tip you feel.
Right.
I mean, it's the way of the future.
It is.
It's actually the way of the now. I mean, everybody I talk to, like, oh, we'll just take a fucking Uber, or hey, we're going to a wedding, we'll just take an Uber back to the hotel. And, everybody's taking. I'm surprised I haven't at this point. I usually stay. Like, if I know I got to drive somewhere, I usually
don't do anything.
Try to stay
I stay sober.
Sometimes you just need the Uber, bro. Sometimes you
Sometimes
or
I do.
Lyft.
I need to let go.
But
You know,
I think Lyft is more for cities.
Yeah.
And Uber's out. Like you can at least that. I mean, there's no taxi cab service here, or there's one guy that goes to the local bar and drinks with you.
I actually believe that Lyft goes further out in New Hampshire and Vermont, like out into the sticks,
really?
than Uber does. Like
Interesting.
in this state, like in Boston, it's mostly Lyft.
In and
like
around
in the city, those are the small cars that they drive the smart cars.
Prius.
Or smart cars.
I can't respect anybody that drives a Prius. I'm sorry.
Don't even get me started.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
I drive a Prius truck.
When you can buy a low end Tesla,
Yeah.
for like 10 grand more, you should not be driving.
Give me,
Yeah.
give me my
I'll
gas
give you that.
guzzling Jeep, dude.
Yeah,
You know,
I'll take a
I
pickup
love my
truck.
truck.
and honestly, God, like it was funny. Like last winter, I actually Snapchatted it because I was coming out of Boston at like 4:00 on like a Wednesday, and it was like full whiteout. And there's this kid in a Honda Civic, and his front wheels are going like this back and forth in the lane because his bald ass tires. 20 miles an hour with his hazards on, trying to come up the incline through like, what is it, Somerville probably, and then you come out and then you come back up like through like Medford and all that crap. And he's like barely moving, and I'm like, this is why I drive a gas guzzler, dude. Whoa. Rip right past him, like no fear. I could not drive a car like that.
No.
Not here. You know, if I live down south or like in a city type of thing.
Longer rides. Like if you're a long commute, well, you gotta fucking
I drive to
suck
Boston,
ass
or
commute.
even
Fuck
just
that.
going to Woburn, like, you know, having little front wheel drive cars and
suck.
shit, and like you're trying to like just get moving sometimes. Like,
I remember my first real winter here driving.
Yeah.
I had a Honda Civic, but I mean, I knew how to drive. I know how to drive.
I had a blue piece of shit Mustang.
I know it. That was the first rear wheel drive car I ever drove. And the first time I ever drove it was in the snow. And we didn't crash. I think I did pretty well.
That's awesome.
But I remember that first winter was one of the first winters that we had a lot of snow. And I was driving down the highway from work. And it was just getting dark. And this lady goes flying fucking by me in this SUV. And I remember about 1.5 miles up the road, I see her pulled off on the side of the road. And I pull off. And I ask her if she needs help. She's like, yeah, my car just stopped running. Like, the engine's running, but it wouldn't go anywhere. And so she had pulled off to the side of the road. And I look under the car, and you could see her drive shaft was in 2 pieces, just hanging.
it's just not functioning.
And I looked in the car, and you could see the electronic 4-wheel drive was lit up. She had that thing in 4-wheel drive going like 65 miles an hour down the highway. And fucking just snapped her drivetrain. And I was like, you know, you're not supposed to drive more than 45 short distances in 4-wheel drive. Oh, no, I didn't know that. I thought that was for the snow. I'm sorry, I can't help you. You might want to call AAA.
Here's your sign.
It was seriously, I've never seen anything like it. Like a drive shaft just like 3 inches around, just fucking snapped in half on the
That
side of the
actually happened to
highway.
me once before, a long time ago.
This was a fairly new vehicle too.
No, it
Like
was an old piece of shit. I had to fucking take it apart, but it had 2 of them, so it only needed like. It had
the
one
front
for the
shaft and the
front
rear.
and one for
Yeah.
the back, and the back one snapped.
So you could use it, put it
once I
forward drive
took
and
it
get the
off,
front
I
one.
could just fucking go. No, it's a fucking piece of shit. You ever taxi cab confession, anybody?
Taxi cab confession.
Yeah, so this kid picked us up. The wife and I got a hotel room, went to a party, get to the party, got...
Gabe.
No, not that.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Yeah, no.
Lucky taxi driver.
No. So we get to the party. It was all right, and then it got very awkward where
Because the taxi driver was there?
No, it got all Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, shit.
So we bounced out, and I mean I'm fucking drunk, dude. Like I was drunk. So this kid picks us up, the same kid that dropped us off, and I just straight like I mean you dropped me off. We had a moment earlier, so now I'm gonna let you know everything that just went down because it was like 10 o'clock when I left this fucking party. I was like, yo, I'm fucking out of here. So I'm like,
Joe's toe
"What's up,
up
man?"
from the flow up.
And then it was just like. bro, you want to know what happened to this shit? This is what the fuck was going on. Like, just broke everything down for this 15-minute ride with this kid.
By the time you're
like,
pulling into the hotel,
like,
when I was 6 years old, my dad wouldn't let me have a chocolate bar.
this bullshit.
And now I'm 216.
Oh, whatever wanted.
That's awesome.
Oh, sir, I gotta do this before we go. Beer of the night was Sebago Brewing Company's Fries Leap IPA, Maine's legendary IPA.
I like
Delicious. It was actually really smooth.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Like I liked it. It's only 6.0. It was one of them Shaw's build your own pack, and after staring at it for a while, I went with this look.
I gotta be honest because we're connecting here. I've had this. I had it at Sebago, and it's actually just as good, to be honest.
Well, it's good. I mean, you know what it tastes like before, so you can be a judge.
It's good stuff.
But I appreciate you coming. You're the invisible sound guy, so you deserved your own podcast.
You guys have come a long way.
We're doing good, man.
I love what you've done with the place.
We'll see you in the run-through.
Definitely.
We're in the United States, obviously.
Japan, you can catch us big time in Japan.
Shout out to Japan. Fucking love it. Germany is getting up there.
Shout out to my cousin Jose.
Whoa,
fuck France,
easy.
bro. Fuck France, man. It's been the same three since we started.
Hey, everybody's better than none.
No, but they haven't moved though since the beginning.
Since
like
the first
that's
episode.
it. Go fuck yourself.
Germany slowly went up.
You don't like it? Germany went up. Japan killing it. Now we got
Japan.
Now we
Tell
got
your friends, France. Make me proud.
Mexico's catching up to France.
Now we got Korea. Asia Pacific region, so Philippines,
That's the
Guam, I'm
Philippines,
assuming.
Taiwan,
Italy, Mexico, the Netherlands, and in Russia.
That was probably
a bot or something trying to pull some shit. Or
fake news. It could have been Steven Seagal.
Yeah, because he is over there.
Looking like a villain from a Steven Seagal movie.
With his black hair, even though he's like 90.
Is he still like fighting crime in Nevada or whatever the hell he was doing?
Oh, no, he's in Russia.
Russia now.
He's a Russian citizen.
Yeah.
He lives in Moscow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, him and Putin are tight.
Vladimir Putin.
Rubby on each other, dude. Like, it's...
He respects.
But yeah, man, we're fucking.
Wasn't he like a detective though for a bit? Like
oh yeah, he was a sheriff.
Yeah,
he was a sheriff's deputy in Mississippi, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was it Mississippi?
One of the southern, or no, Louisiana.
Yeah, it was Louisiana. Yeah,
but either way,
probably out in Shreveport.
So now he's taking his talents to East Beach.
Yeah,
dude, fucking
can't even believe it. That dude is all over the news. All right, on that note, peace.
Later.
And there it is, folks. Another episode. Thank you, everybody that's downloaded, listened, shared, supported us. There's a million podcasts out there, and the fact that you take time to listen to ours, it means a lot. Like I said, spread the word. We really do have a lot of cool things coming up to close out this year and start next year. Like we're working hard to make this a legit thing that's entertaining, and maybe you'll learn something. Other than that, it's just a couple friends hanging out, shooting the shit. Featured song this week is Call Me College, an unreleased track from his album Notes, Cancer Generation. I like the video, man. It's awesome. This kid was the first one to be featured as an artist, and we like to support. We like to put him out there. Hopefully everybody's going, people that have heard it, like it, follow him. That's how this works. We build up each other, and we'll all get strong. That's the focus. So with that, Call Me College, Cancer Generation. Thank you guys for your support.
Let me clear my throat. Yeah, listen up though. Listen up. On that real shit, yo. We die before we ever find the answers we've been chasing, and that's the reason why we're called the Cancer Generation. Yo, I can't just be complacent, cause the fans are in the stands already planning my replacement. Yeah. Don't confuse my purpose when I'm moving through the verses. Get your cell phone out and do some Google searches. This is not a trick, no it's not a voodoo service, but it's rated R, motherfucker, so excuse the curses. Yeah. Excuse the curses, I'm not confused and nervous like the animals abused in circuses. I'm focused on the music, not the future purchases, because my flow is tighter than a virgin is. College, but I ain't learning shit. Piling up the knowledge, but not because they've been serving it. I'm searching it out and observing it in different cultures. Never falter, cause the university is filled with vultures. Yeah, I ain't even gonna put a chorus on this one. Just let it drop out a minute before I get back in it. Yo, my knowledge isn't college-based. Brain got a lot of space that I just wanna fill. But still I gotta focus on the money for the bills. I ain't running for the thrill of it. Nah, but I'm leaving college, being college, ripping up the syllabus. Flip it like a gymnast before I'm old and wrinkled and I'm living in the villages. Really, I'm just on my own path, cause I skipped class once and I don't wanna go back. No math, no history or science, it's not a mystery why I've been so consistently defiant. And the older I get, the less I give you my compliance. Yo, I decided I should dig for diamonds, but I'm on a minefield with no signs, blowing minds, hoping I can sign deals for 5 mil, proving to them I'm real and ideal. Yo, I told you not to put a chorus on this one. Man, cut the beat back on. I just can't explain the moment that I noticed something growing. I was holding the key to put my destiny in motion, never folding, but I'm throwing all my cards on the table. And even though I'm older, I can promise you I'm able, cause I sacrificed my life like Cain did in the fable. Lining up and Bible thumping, everybody's trying something. Open up your eyes, you fucking people finding signs of nothing. And I ain't signing nothing without a lawyer present, looking over every word and going over every segment until I get the message, so I can understand and run the plan and span the globe, expand and grow, demand and dough from my enchanted flow. Yo, this rap shit is really all that I know. I've been chasing the illusion of making it since the age of maybe 7 or 8, 20 years ago, but now I'm eating everything they set on my plate.